The biased Sky News are currently having a meltdown over their climate agenda because they believe that Liz Truss's government don't seem to be listening to the nutters. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another show. Every half an hour we're going to come to you guys. Today, make sure to watch the previous videos of the day as well. A number of interesting videos about what's going on in Iran and in this country. Let's talk about the climate agenda. Sky News, Sly News, whatever you want to call it, mainstream media. These guys are very obsessed with pushing one specific agenda, one specific political agenda. They actually had this flagship show about the oceans and the trees and everything. And it was basically about we have 48 hours to save the planet. Then they had to move it and they had to cancel it from the flagship time program because prime time, nobody was actually watching it. So they had to change the whole area. But they've been writing these like articles and these news segments. They're not news segments. They are opinion pieces. Just be honest and say these are opinion pieces. Saying that are the Conservatives losing their conviction on climate change? Oh no, Liz Truss doesn't care about the climate agenda. Yesterday, you were saying when you had Boris Johnson, Theresa May, David Cameron, all of whom were in favour of it. They were following what you were telling them anyway. You were saying that the Tories don't care at all about the climate. Now, Liz Truss has come, you say, oh, are they losing their conviction? But you imply that they had it. You now admit, you accept that under Boris Johnson and Theresa May especially, they were doing what you wanted to them. They were doing what the WF advisors were kind of going to their think tanks and weird meetings to spread. So now you're not happy because Liz Truss's government don't seem to be listening too much. They say, this time, a year ago, Boris Johnson was preparing for the high-profile COP26. It wasn't perfect, blah, 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 but it says, but real progress was made on coal, forests, and national emission reduction. But now things are changing. Oh no, now the people who write articles for the WEF's website who are talking about, well, as COP27 approaches, where does a fractured world stand on climate? Maybe the world is too busy sorting out the cost of living crisis. Maybe we are too busy paying our bills and eating food, trying to afford food and clothes. A number of people in the country, around the world, are struggling. Maybe they don't have time right now to listen to Greta Thunberg or Sky News. But they're still directly targeting Liz Truss's government. They're saying, well, the people from Greenpeace and the green lobbies who've been sending all this money to these kids, spoiled middle-class kids, to go and protest and crash Liz Truss's speech, Sky News say, well, these people have concerns and Liz Truss doesn't care about them. The article says that the campaigners are worried about what looks to be a loss of conviction. Oh no. And then Ms. Truss dismissed them as part of the anti-growth coalition. To much applause. They are freaking out that the Tory government no longer listens to the WF agenda. At least for now, which is good. So maybe, despite all the other flaws so far, with this area, Liz Truss is not too bad. But the other areas, I'm still criticizing it. Absolutely spot on. There are a number of problems that I've reported over the last couple of days anyway on the channel. I'm not really a supporter right now of the cabinet, but as long as I don't really go with this the COP27 agenda, I'm slightly happier. I'm slightly less angry, let's just say. It's not full on doom and gloom for now. But we're going to come back. We're going to tell you about Nicola Sturgeon. She was on a BBC this morning with Laura Kuenssberg, and she was slightly humiliated on live TV. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to come back in half an hour. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.